to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Shannon Lee. Today I am here with my friend Andrea, and Stacy is actually on her way, but we're gonna get started with our GBBO. What is it, GBBO?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna get started with the GBBO Bake Along Challenge, and this week is bread week. So we are actually gonna be making some rainbow bagels as part of like the technical challenge. I'm gonna be doing my normal vegan bagels. So we're gonna start off with that recipe, and then we're gonna move on to the actual technical recipe, which is Paul's recipe.
Yes.
So, I said recipe a lot. So yeah, we're gonna do-
Bella's making a star appearance.
Yes, Belle,
The
her dog,
doggy. Oh.
is right there. But yeah, we're gonna make both of those bagels today. And so if you see someone pop in later throughout the video, that is our friend Stacy. And yeah, I think we're just gonna do the video.
Yeah.
So this is part of our Bake Along Challenge. And so this week we're gonna do the rainbow bagels, and then later this week I might attempt to do like a vegan soda bread, just like a bonus video for you guys. And I think Andrea's gonna try to do her own too, but we haven't quite decided yet because we're not sure how we feel about the soda bread at the moment.
I would like to try a soda bread before I made a soda bread. Like, I've tried bagels, I've never had a soda bread.
Yeah, see, like I've had a soda bread before, and it's like, I don't know, it can be hit or miss.
Where would
Good or
you get a soda bread, a good soda bread?
Bakery. Probably.
Which bakery?
Any of them around here.
Really?
Probably.
I've never had a soda bread before, I'll need to find out.
Nice. Okay, so we're gonna get into the video. So with the vegan bagels, we're gonna follow the same recipe that you guys may have seen in a previous video for the vegan everything bagels. I'm gonna post that recipe down below. It is from the website Make It Dairy Free. They also have a YouTube channel here on YouTube, so I will link all of that down below. I will also link Paul Hollywood's recipe that we're gonna make later in this video. So for this one, I think we start off with like 3.5 cups of flour. So the recipe calls for 3.5 to 4 cups of flour. I'm gonna be using some bread flour. I've also done this with all-purpose whole wheat flour, but we're gonna do bread today because that's what they needed for their recipe. So easier to just buy one thing of flour. So we're gonna do 3.5 cups of flour, and I'm gonna put this in the mixing bowl, and we're gonna knead the dough that way. And we're gonna do, it says 1 package of instant yeast, but I'm probably just gonna do like a tablespoon because that's about what I do every time. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 cups of water, and 1/4 cup of vegan cane sugar. Using the Rapid Rise instant yeast. So I already opened this package, so. As it falls in.
Since I am at Andrea's today, I am going to be using her mixer, and we're just going to let this knead our dough till it forms a nice dough ball. Once we get to a certain point, I may take it out and start kneading it with my hands, like you see right here.
The rest of the dough by hand. As you can see, it's still a little tacky, but it's not like super sticky where like I can't handle it with my hands. And we picked out the colors we're gonna use. We're gonna be using some food gel coloring. I'm gonna use this pink color. I have yellow, green, we're gonna do blue, and purple. I know that in the show they didn't use purple and they used orange instead, and they actually used red, but I'm gonna do something different with my bagels. So we're gonna split this up into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think they used red.
Yeah, they used
I
red.
think they used red, orange, and yellow.
They're not perfectly equal because I'm not measuring them, but could if you really wanted to be that equal.
We are just going to knead in the gel food coloring, and in the meantime, I'm going to speed through this because it took us a really long time and we were just talking about a bunch of random stuff, so enjoy the random commentary.
We're just dyeing our fingers. It's
We're
fine.
just gonna be a Smurf.
Yeah, we're just gonna be purple.
Oh my god. Oh, ouch. I was watching, I had to watch the show literally 3 times. Because I kept not paying attention. I finally finished watching it today for like actual, I'm green. I like finally finished watching it. It said to do 3 drops, so I'm gonna start. It said to do 3 drops, so I'm gonna start at 3 drops.
Clearly I didn't listen to the directions. We've got this.
That was a squirt, not a drop. Should I go with the squirt?
I'm really hoping this doesn't stain your counter.
I mean, hopefully. It'll be really sad if it does. I'm gonna start with that, like an inner squirt and like an outer squirt. Oh, there it goes. That was a drop. A little pocket of green, huh? People, are you seeing me, internet?
I'm including that.
Oh my god, please stop.
Literally ran a 10K this morning and took a shower, went to IHOP, and here I am.
Went to IHOP for lunch.
Yeah, it's literally like right by our apartment, so we're just like, let's just go here.
I do think bread is harder to over knead than cake is to overmix, you know? Because at the end of the day, you want to develop the gluten, so can you really overmix?
Well, see, I mean, we haven't proofed this yet either, though.
Well, yeah, exactly. So I think
it's okay.
I think it will be fine. Will it be perfect? Maybe not, but it will be fine.
Probably not.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
Yes. I want to see if I can see myself. Hello.
Yep. Look great, guys.
It looks like a galaxy.
No, I'm like a Smurf. I'm turning into a Smurf.
No, it looks like a galaxy. Let me hop it all down.
Roll out each of these colors so that they're flat, and then we're gonna stack them on top of each other, and then I will divide them into the dough.
I decided to not use any measurements for rolling out this dough, but I just kind of eyeballed it, and then to stick all of my dough together, I used a little bit of water.
This recipe is supposed to make 8 bagels, so I'm gonna do 4 here, 4 here. Wait, we're just gonna split this in half. Let's be smarter about this.
We used a pizza cutter for our dough because that's what we had.
But it looks super bright inside. Oh my god, look at that.
I know, I'm like so excited actually.
That looks so freaking pretty. I mean, I'm like, wow.
Can't wait till we start yours. Okay. It's like 4-ish.
4 and 3 and a tiny one.
It's fine, it's fine.
So to form the bagel shape, I am just gonna twist the colors and then attach the ends together. And I'm using a little bit of water again to help them stick.
They proved the colors in mine.
Yeah.
That's what they did
That's
in mine.
one.
That's cute.
So we're just gonna continue twisting and attaching the ends until we get 8 bagels.
I'm using a little bit of water to kind of close in my bagels, but this is what they look like so far, and I'm not like mad. Because once I cover this with a wet towel, it is going to rise, and these are gonna be a lot stickier, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you should probably flatten that out a little bit.
That one was a little, this one's gonna be fat. Man.
A little fatty. Tiny by fatty.
Fat. These are my rainbow vegan bagels. I obviously didn't follow the same recipe as the bakers on the Great British Bake Off, but I used my recipe and it worked out just fine. Rolling these and twisting them was a little weird, but I think they look pretty good. I'm impressed with them. And we're gonna go ahead and cover these with a wet towel. most recipes say a tea towel. I don't really care, or I know the difference, but I really don't care. We're just gonna use a regular towel and we're gonna let these proof for about an hour. And we're gonna get started on the next recipe too. So these are what the bagels look like after they have finished proving. And we're just letting that boil. Belle is playing with her toy. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in, I forget how much sugar, but we're gonna add in sugar to this pot. I'll put it on the screen here, how much. And 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Add in the baking soda really slowly because, as you will see in a minute, I don't want it to boil over.
Here I am adding in about a 1/4 cup of sugar, and then I'm gonna add in about a tablespoon of baking soda. If you want your bagels less brown, don't use as much baking soda. Once the water bath is boiling and everything has mixed in, you're gonna slowly lower in your bagels and you're gonna let them boil for about 30 seconds on each side before you flip them. And then that's pretty much all you wanna do. You don't wanna do more than that. They just poof up too much and then they don't bake properly. So just do 30 seconds on each side at the most, and then move them over to your parchment paper for baking.
Shannon passed the test.
Your eyeballs. I know. I'm only gonna be able to bake like 4 at a time.
Will Shannon get a handshake, or will she be eliminated on this episode of the Bake-Along? It's looking good. I think this is the tiny one,
That's
right?
the tiny, yeah. I'm purposely doing the small one first, so we can just bake it and get it double.
Well, now you know. Shannon made huge bagels, and she might be eliminated this week.
As long as they're uniform. There's only one that's not.
Okay, you
remember?
right. Yes, that is true.
Technically speaking.
I'm just gonna continue boiling the rest of my bagels until I can't fit any more on this baking sheet, and then we're gonna place them in the oven at around, I think it's 425 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're supposed to bake these for about 20 minutes, and usually it's until they're brown, but we'll see what happens. Here is a quick picture of what the bagels looked like before I put them in the oven and like right after the water bath. As you can see, the colors are super vibrant.
Just want to share with everyone this protein bar that is organic but flavored.
What? It's perfect for a dog. This is after baking.
So these bagels ended up being a little darker than I wanted them to be, so if you want to try to recreate these, I'd recommend doing maybe like a teaspoon of baking soda in your water bath. Here is what the bagels looked like in some natural light. I went out onto the patio and took this photo. They still look pretty good, but they're a little brown. Here is another photo that I took the next day once I sliced the bagel. As you can see, even though the outside was super brown, the inside, the colors look absolutely perfect and vibrant.
And we're gonna get started on the next recipe too.
After we did my vegan bagel recipe and let my bagels proof, we actually got started on Paul Hollywood's recipe for the technical challenge, but I decided that it would be easier for this video if I just kind of put all of my clips together for my bagel and then we clumped together the other ones. So you may see some of my bagels cooling or cooking, boiling, whatever in the background while we are filming Andrea's bagels. Just wanted to give you guys that update, and let's get started with the second recipe.
By the way, this is our friend Stacy. I told you that she was coming.
Yeah.
We're just hanging out.
I'm just munching on crackers though.
Yeah, we make really good sourdough crackers over there.
With
So.
Asiago cheese, those are just the best.
Yes.
We're gonna be measuring bread flour.
How much bread flour?
375 grams of a strong white bread flour.
Bagel.
Wait, we're
Because
just
we
gonna see
made
it.
eye contact.
I know.
Just like, why are you
Back to-
375?
Your phone's right there.
Yeah, but
I think it was 375.
yeah, it's 375.
That sounds about right.
For a second, I didn't realize you had a scale. I'm like, you're not doing those accurately.
Yeah,
Just throwing it in.
I'm just, eyeballing the grams.
What are you at now?
374.
Oh,
374, sorry, it was 374.
I know.
so close.
Was she like a cat, like doing the little needy?
Like, please.
It's literally just like, give me, what are you eating? Whoop. Yes, there it is, 375. Now the flour in a mixing bowl, add the yeast to one side and the sugar and salt to the other. So we're gonna add 5 grams of fast action dried yeast.
It's over here.
action ID. No. Cut it here where the line says cut here.
Yeah, I didn't cut. I just ripped.
I know.
You're good now.
We need 5 grams of this, so we're gonna tear the thing. I already teared it too late now. So we're just gonna.
You didn't do what I did. My recipe was nice. It's like, here's one packet. Just one packet.
We're gonna dump these carefully until we get to 5. We got to 5. We're there. I had to add 5 to one side. I had to add the yeast to one side and the sugar and the salt to the other.
Just move the flour over.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Do
And
it,
then I need
yeah.
2 teaspoons of castor sugar, which I don't have, but I have sugar I made. Okay, and we're moving the yeast to one side. Because we didn't follow all of that reading for nothing, because we didn't follow the freaking recipe. 2 teaspoons of castor sugar and 1 teaspoon of fine salt. 40 milliliters of lukewarm water.
I say that's lukewarm.
Okay, I'll take it.
As long as it's not boiling. If it's boiling, it'll kill the yeast. And if it's cold,
Quarters of 140. Quarters of the water, and then turn the mixture. I want to watch the.
yeah, so you're gonna want 180.
Okay. Wait, what was I doing? 180.
180. Okay, that's fine.
And I mix
I mean-
with my finger because I guess that's what they wanted me to do.
The worst thing that happens is you just add in like another gram of flour
Yeah.
to balance
This
it.
is stupid. My finger is full of water now.
Well, they kneaded it by hand. You probably could have just done it with your mixer on stir.
It is too late for me now. And then. Okay. Let's cut out my finger.
Nope.
Okay, you know what? Whatever.
It's
And then
fine.
what else do I need? 190 thingy, so I needed 240, so we're gonna dump the rest.
Oh, you start with only?
Yeah, and then you dump the rest. And you do it slowly and then you mix, but I'm gonna go with.
You're just gonna go for it.
Yes, basically. Okay, 41 milliliters. No one cares about the extra gram. Then we're gonna move along because the baker didn't have their mixes, but I do. So we're gonna do that. We're starting this and we're gonna let it knead for about 5 minutes. Sprinkle flour is needed.
Man.
Friends of the internet, we will have bagels. Is that better?
Yes.
Let's bake this bread. Next step.
Don't worry, you were
Working
still in
with-
frame.
Working with, I don't even know if I'm in frame.
Here you go. Now you can see.
Oh, look at myself. All the
Look at
bacon.
yourself. That's what I do when I'm at home.
Working with 1 piece of dough at a time, turn each into a different, no. Divide the dough into 5 equal pieces and cover with a damp tea towel. I don't have to, okay. Working with 1 piece of dough at a time, turn each into a different color. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna put this thing here. We're gonna divide it. I'm not in frame. Hello, friends.
I can.
On my head, I'm just like, I'm a talking body.
I'm sorry. It's like kind of. Oh yeah, there you go. Now you're in frame.
Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. See, I'm an internet sensation.
People are gonna love you.
First, we're gonna wait that this baby friend.
What
am I doing? Okay, you guys didn't see this, but I just made it rain.
There's just flour on the floor. It's fine.
Yeah, well, we're gonna wait. Oh wait, not milliliters. I wanted the grams. Okay, there we go. It's the same thing. It's not gonna know. It's 600 and. Oh, thank you. 630 grams divided by 5. 520 something.
Wildish.
Yeah, 126.
120.
We were good. We were really good.
Mm-hmm.
126 got out perfectly. I am impressed with my skills.
Andrea is just weighing out 5 dough balls to about 126 grams of dough. And then we are actually, all three of us are gonna work together and start kneading the dough into all the fun colors, because as you saw with my bagels, it definitely took a very long time. So at least there were three of us this time and we could get through it a lot faster.
Red is bleeding.
Perfect time for Halloween.
I know. But why do you bleed? You can't even see yourself. Okay, let me tighten out here. Oh,
In your
hello.
way. I'm in your
I
way.
think you're in my way. I think I'm the one in the way.
I think it's funnier when it's on and we're just like doing things because
What?
everyone makes funnier faces.
Yeah.
Says weirder things.
Let me introduce you to this oven mitt.
His name is Tony.
Apparently his name is Tony. Say hi to Tony. Hello everyone! Ah, big hug! Wah! Wah!
Oh my god.
It's on.
What is
Okay.
happening?
It's like not fully leveled. Calm down.
Turn out the dough using a rolling pin. Roll out to 20 to 12 centimeters rectangle. Where did I leave the thingy? Have a little paper metric. Roll. I said. It went out. It took a minute, but it went out. And then we're gonna roll. We're gonna roll it. I don't know what's happening with me right now.
Rolling.
Exactly.
Roll.
We're gonna say it's a 20 to 12 centimeters. So I don't know, we're gonna try. Centimeters now. 23. We're gonna, 22. We can go with that. What is the next color?
I think as long as they're all even, you're good.
The next color is gonna be our friend Green by Shannon, I think.
I didn't agree.
No, that was you, right? By Stacy.
I am now named Shannon.
We're just gonna swap names for the day. It's fine.
Blue by Shannon. This
Yes.
is actually Shannon.
My hands are still blue.
And orange. Kind of sad, guys. Rectangle, we did that. Repeat with the yellow, we did that until you have a stack of 5 layers. Cut the stacked dough into 6 20 by 2 centimeters. So now we're cutting. Okay, this is our first friend. I don't have a head.
I was trying to zoom
Off with their heads!
Hang on.
Standing here for maximum support. My job's quite hard.
What does it taste like?
Dough.
Dough.
Yeah, nothing special.
Dough.
What if we like did this, but we made every layer like a different flavor? Like the pink, like the red be like cherry, orange actually orange, blue, blueberry,
That would be a
Yellow
very
banana
interesting bagel
or lemon.
flavor.
I feel like
I feel like that would be a really interesting bagel
It'd be kind of like a
flavor.
Fruit Loop kind of.
I'm not sure cherry and banana would go well though. I don't know.
Bad bagel. Bagels, it says, lay one of the stacked dough strips on your work one of the stacked toasters, we're doing two because we're two, on your work surface and place the palm of your hands at each end. Simultaneously, gently move your right hand forward. What is forward? Isn't that backwards?
I'm assuming
That's
we're
forward.
twisting
How
like
would
this,
that be?
right?
Yes. Left hand backwards to twist the dough into a...
Maybe you roll it on its side first. Start on the side. There you go. Maybe start with it
Look
that
how
way.
pretty that is. It looks like a gummy. Like a gummy strip. Okay, and then...
I feel like it
This
needs
not
to be-
working. This
Here,
is,
I'm just
I'm
gonna,
just gonna do it with
dry
my-
this.
I'm gonna keep
I'm
this on
widen it.
hands.
And then, you know what, friends? I'm just gonna do this shit like this because
Yeah.
it's not really working the other way. Gummy form. Okay, that is 26 centimeters.
Yeah, well,
Okay, and gently roll the joint backwards and forwards. I'm gonna do Shannon's.
I did a little bit of water on mine. It helps them stick.
Whip. And then it says gently,
You can really roll it back and forth
yeah.
to kind of help them stick.
But I don't like this. I don't like this at all. This did not work. I am not happy.
I think it worked.
Did it though? It looks
Yeah.
ugly, but okay.
I mean, it's supposed to be a rainbow bagel. Oh, hello. Okay.
I'm on your face. Well, this is a rainbow-ish bagel.
I'm gonna tie mine together.
Oh!
Okay. So kind of like pretzel style.
Sure.
These are what their normal bagels look like after they just finished rolling them. So now I think we're gonna let these proof for another 20 minutes. We're gonna put another tea towel over it. So this is what their bagels look like after they have
This is
now
like
proofed.
her pretzel bagel.
They look pretty good.
Yeah, I'm happy. I don't even know which ones. I think these two are the ones that I rolled up. And these are the Stacy's rolled up. The pretzel
They
one
look
is really
good.
funny, but the other ones I look in like popping, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're
Definitely
like
putting them back
popping.
in that oven helped because it needed the warmth to help.
Yeah, it needed the
Oh,
warmth
yeah,
to help them
that
rise
helps.
much more.
So now we've got their water bath going and we're just gonna let that sit for a bit.
And we're gonna turn on the oven at 390. We're gonna say 385 just to see if it goes to 390 or if it gets warmer or cooler.
Oh, is that what yours does?
I don't know. I just bought a oven thermometer, so we're gonna test it out. We've just added 1 teaspoon of baking soda to the water, and we're gonna go. You know, we're gonna throw this friend, little bagel bigs, and it's 30 seconds. So are we counting? This is counting for us.
So at this point, their recipe was basically the same as mine, and they had a water bath. They boiled the bagels for about 30 seconds on each side. Andrea did have a timer going for each bagel, so we knew exactly when to flip them. So we just continued this for all of the bagels until they were done.
Wonder Pets, we're on our way to make some rainbow bagels and save the day. We're not too big and we're not too tough. We'll work together, we've got the right stuff. Go!
Rainbow bagels.
These are their lovely bagels after they finished in their water bath, and they're about to go into the oven at 390 degrees, and I think we kept them in for like 30 or 40 minutes. And this is the finished product. This is what their bagels looked like after they finished baking. Their recipe obviously had them use a lot less baking soda, so they didn't brown as much as mine did, but these are pretty awesome. And as you can see, we were doing a little bit of a tap test to see if they fully baked because we had some oven temperature issues. For some reason, Andrea's oven wasn't heating properly to 390 degrees Fahrenheit. We did have an oven thermometer and that's what we were going off of, but I think they turned out pretty great. And this is a photo that Stacy took when she got home and cut open one of her bagels. Sorry, but I forgot to film a proper outro for this video. And I just want to say thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you guys want to see more of Andrea and Stacy, please comment down below. I will have their Instagrams and their social medias linked down below along with all of the recipes. Check back later this week to see if I decided to bake a vegan soda bread, and come back again next Monday for another bake along challenge. And I will see you guys in the next video.